Both of these, you can scale like to the moon. What is up, guys? Addies here. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I'm excited. This video is going to be a banger. So we're going to be talking about print on demand versus AliExpress drop shipping. And basically, a comparison of the pros and cons between each. And based on your current situation, I'll walk through a few different scenarios, which ones, might be better for you to kind of start out with and give it a shot, right? So basically, what is, print on demand? What is AliExpress dropshipping? If you don't know, right? If you guys are kind of new to the scene, new to e-commerce and whatnot, print on demand basically is you work with a company that already has products available, say like shirts, hats, mugs, phone cases, pillowcases, right? You can create your own designs or sell the designs that they have for, like on your website, right? When you create a Shopify website, you can sell their designs. You can upload your own custom designs and basically sell that, all right? And AliExpress dropshipping is basically you're taking products that already exist, right? With whatever design or whatever product it is, usually from AliExpress mainland China, right? And you're taking that, putting on your site, and then when someone orders it, you're ordering it from the supplier, okay? And then the supplier shipping it right to your customer. Both methods, you don't actually need to ever touch the product. I recommend you do, just to get your own content and stuff like that, which is, a whole nother thing. But basically, in essence, you never really need to hold inventory. You never really have to touch a lot of your products, okay? So both of them are basically like hands-off in the sense, but there's a few key differences that I want you guys to be aware of, pros and cons of both. So basically, we'll just hop right into it. So print on demand pros. So basically, what is, really good about print on demand that dropshipping necessarily can't fulfill, right? So one, you don't have to fulfill orders manually, right? So with drop shipping, especially when you're just starting out, you're not gonna have your own like virtual assistants to, do all your orders and whatnot. But with print on demand, you actually don't need to be fulfilling orders, every single day or every other day. But like with my stores, with my drop shipping stores, I have my virtual assistants, but like employees, quote unquote, right? But I have my virtual assistants fulfill orders every other day for me, so I don't have to. So I've made it hands off. But with print on demand, it's already like that. So you never really have to fulfill orders manually. That's like just the gist of it, right? And then next one is quality is always good, okay? So it's not necessarily amazing, but quality is always good because you're working with suppliers that literally already have all these products for sale, and basically they're allowing you to like customize them or sell designs, stuff like that. But quality is always good, okay? You don't really have to worry about quality control for the most part. While, on AliExpress dropshipping, you're working with suppliers from China. There's so many different products available, right? That again, you sometimes don't really know what the quality is like, which is again why I urge you guys to actually order your products as well, so that you can create content and actually check that the product is worth whatever you're selling it for, okay? So that's another thing. Now, another pro, right, is it actually gives you a lot more freedom in terms of like what you're selling, just because you can make your own design. So for you guys that have always just wanted to kind of create your own cool brand or your own store and sell something just like that, that's like truly like yours or like what you enjoy, something like that, right? Then you can do that with that because you can actually sell and create your own designs on your own store, right? So it's literally, it's more personal in a sense like that, okay? It allows like more brand control than drop shipping, right? With drop shipping, you can make a very quality brand that you do control, but it's a lot more work, I guess you could say. With print on demand, it's really like you can create your own designs, upload them to your store, and you're done, all right? So that's another pro. And another one is you get discounts when you start doing higher volume order, okay? You have to be doing a lot of volume, right? But you do get a lot of discounts based on the like monthly revenue that you're bringing, or monthly orders that you're bringing in for these print on demand suppliers, right? And that can help you out a lot, guys. For example, right? Okay, so one of the actual like apps, because again, with both print on demand and AliExpress dropshipping, you'll be using Shopify to kind of host your website and sell your products, right? And if you're doing print on demand, one of the apps you might be using is Printful, right? And I'm looking on their site right now in terms of volume discounts, right? So basically, on your accumulated monthly sales, okay? So if you're selling $5,000 a month, which is pretty easy, guys, then they give you a 5% discount off of all your goods that you're ordering, right? If you're doing $200,000 a month, then they give you a 16% discount, right? And that those percents might seem small, guys, but those are really good discounts. Like, think about this, right? With drop shipping, with print on demand, just with most of these offhand businesses, most of the times your margins are not amazing. They're really good, but they're not like amazing, right? But with these discounts, like even a 5% discount, guys, that can help cover your cost per acquisition or cost per conversion when you're doing ads and whatnot, right? That just helps alleviate, again, like if you can even get 1%, like shave 1% off of just your cost per product, that's money in your pocket. That's extra money in your pocket. That's your Starbucks drinks every day, right? That's just extra money in your pocket, okay, guys? So that is another pro that dropshipping doesn't necessarily give you right off the bat, right? And then the last pro that I think is actually really valuable is shipping times, right? You get a lot better shipping times in dropshipping because most of the time with dropshipping, you are shipping from mainland China, most of the time, right? AliExpress is doing their own work to try and stop that, right? So they're trying to, you know, have more suppliers in the US and whatnot to alleviate that because they know that's the main concern for us dropshippers, okay? And now the cons of print on demand, okay? There's only two that I could really kind of narrowed down that I thought would like make an actual like big impact. And one, their margins are usually smaller because the supplier has to take their own cut on actually like printing the actual design and all that for you on top of everything else they do. Like it's not like AliExpress where the products are already made and they just have them there, right? With print on demand, they're making the designs for you on demand, right? Whenever you get an order. So for that, they do charge you a little bit higher. So your margins are usually a little bit less, but then that's why they have the volume discounts, guys. So it kind of makes up for it. And then the second pro, guys, is there's not as big of a range of products, right? So with most of these print-on-demand apps, you get, you know, custom shirts, hats, mugs, phone cases, pillowcases, like stuff like that, right? But that's about it. There's not a whole lot you can do in terms of range. But again, it's like for me at least, I've always been in the fashion industry, so I'm perfectly fine with, you know, hats, hoodies, sweaters, stuff like that, like t-shirts. But again, guys, if you are trying to do something out there that's just not around that, then that might not be for you, right? Now, moving on to drop shipping, right? So the pros of drop shipping, the two biggest ones that I want to talk about are high margins and a huge selection of inventory. So with high margins, guys, like, again, you dictate the price and you can get a lot of these products dirt cheap, guys. So for example, if I sold like bracelets, anything on my websites, I could usually find them for $1 to $3 on AliExpress, and I could sell them for, you know, anywhere like on the low end of $9.99 to the high end of like $14.99, okay? And just because of that, like look at like, those are huge, ridiculous margins, guys, okay? Compared to, you know, print on demand, if you're selling a shirt for, I don't know, $24.99, but it costs you, you know, $14.99 to make, right? So you make $10 on that. So that's a little bit more than, or a little bit less than 50% margins. But with the bracelet, you know, that's crazy margins, okay? So that's a huge thing. And then a huge selection of inventory, guys. So basically on AliExpress, you know, there's millions of products to choose from. So, you know, whatever you're kind of thinking of selling or, you know, are kind of interested in, you probably can find it on AliExpress, right? Now, the cons of dropshipping, though, there's four that I want you guys to be aware of. One, you have to fulfill orders manually, right? So it's not like print on demand where once it's ordered, they get notified right away. With this, you have to fulfill them manually, which means you get an order on your site, you then have to go to AliExpress and then order that product to your customer's address, right? Again, you can automate that, you know, once you have your own virtual assistant and stuff like that, but that's usually when you start getting more sales, not right in the beginning, okay? The next one, guys, is longer shipping times. Again, I told you guys how AliExpress is trying to combat that by, you know, adding more suppliers in the US just to kind of quicken those shipping times. But as of now, most of the products are shipped from China, so you do get lengthier shipping times, which is something to, you know, consider. But there are workarounds, right? When your site, you can always tell customers, hey, we're, you know, experiencing a high volume of orders, so your shipping will be delayed. Like, you just have to say things that will please the customer so that they're always just aware, right? It's always about keeping good communication with, you know, with your customer, with your audience, so they don't get mad at you, okay? Now, next one, you get less control of your brand. Now, I say this just because you can't actually design your own stuff if you're drop shipping, right? Most of the time, you're just taking products that already exist and just selling it, right? But again, you can create your own brand around these products if you kind of curate certain products that kind of all fit together, right? That's why I go with niche stores. With niche stores, guys, is because I can kind of select a little like batch of products that kind of all fit together and then create a brand around those products, right? So that's what I'm saying. It's just a little bit harder to do than print on demand, where you can just literally make your own designs, all right? Now, the last one, guys, is there's no discount on high volume, right? Especially if you're just starting out, like the price is the price, right? And the supplier can change that or lower that or increase that whenever they want, which is something to be aware of. But most of the time, it's usually not like that. They usually keep the price at whatever you usually find it as. But just be aware that there is no discount in terms of, you know, what these print-on-demand kind of suppliers are doing, right? But guys, that is, you know, the super quick video, just kind of pros and cons of both print-on-demand and drop shipping. And basically, you guys, on like depending on your current situation and kind of where you wanna, what you wanna do, right? Again, if you do want to kind of curate your own brand or like have your own designs, again, print on demand is literally the way to go for that, or the easiest way to go about doing that, right? Like just to get a store up or like get your brand up in a week if you want your own designs and stuff like that, without having to actually work one-on-one with suppliers and kind of curating your own product base, right? Which makes it a lot easier for you guys. But if you guys are wanting to, higher margins, a little bit more profit, a little more like money in your pocket, then drop shipping is usually the way to go, guys. Both of these, you can scale like to the moon and have a lot of profit in your pocket. But just starting off, guys, it's just different things to consider. Me personally, I do like drop shipping a lot more, just because I have more flexibility in terms of my pricing and margins and whatnot like that, because I love margins. I think e-commerce is just a numbers game, right? So if you can figure out your numbers, then it's literally just printing money at a certain point once you have your ads mastered, which is a beautiful thing, guys. So that's kind of my 2 cents on just the whole thing. And basically, guys, as a plug, right, the free 0 to 1K challenge, guys, there is the waitlist down below. I want you guys to join in, because basically I haven't told anyone this, right? Even Sebastian, right? You guys don't know, me and my buddy Sebastian, who's also a YouTuber around e-commerce and drop shipping, we're teaming up to take a store to actually $100,000 in sales, like in revenue, right? And we haven't told anyone that. Like, I'm literally telling you guys this for the first time. But basically, guys, we have a 0 to 1K. So basically, we're walking you guys through how we got the first $1,000 in revenue for the store. That's completely free. You can join the wait list down below and just like wait on that, because it's gonna come out in like a week or two. But basically, that is going to be free. We might charge for it later down the road, which is why I want you guys to hop in now, because the people that hop in are on the wait list. They automatically get it for free no matter what we decide to do. And then afterwards, there is an application process to see if you guys can get into the 10K challenge, right? So you will see how we actually scaled from $1,000 to the first $10,000. And then from there, guys, we're actually gonna have a 10K to $100,000 challenge program, which like, I think it's cool because no other YouTuber is doing this, right? So like, we're literally going to walk you guys through how we make $100,000 in sales with a dropshipping site. And the next part is like, I just like to document this just because no one else is doing this. And we get to move on to other stuff too. So like, I want to do this challenge for print on demand as well, so you guys can kind of see the differences of like margins, or how, like, if there's a difference in scaling, basically, because we are working with different margins in the back side of things. So when you scale, guys, there's a lot of things you have to take into account, because money comes in and money comes out at different times, right? So that's usually the trickiest part of scaling. Once you kind of figure out how to scale, is how to actually budget your scaling. Okay, so there's ways to go about that. It's a numbers game, guys, but I'm excited to walk you guys through all this stuff. It's gonna be crazy. That's my free plug, guys, and you can hop in the course now because that's closing really soon. I think in just a week, but that's closing, guys, so you can hop in that. That's the first link there. The wait list is, I think, the second link in the description. But that is the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like. I love your guys' support, and don't forget to comment. I respond to everybody's comments, and don't forget to subscribe, guys. We are doing a video a day. And I'm excited, guys. There's a lot of stuff cool. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff coming. I'm doing like votes and polls on the YouTube stuff. So basically, just kind of keep an eye out, guys, for the waitlist, and for me just asking questions to you guys to kind of get a better understanding of what you guys want from me to like help you guys out with, which is really cool, because I know I did a recent poll and a lot of you guys actually want to know about the SaaS and software stuff that I do on the side, which is a lot of passive money, guys. It's a beautiful kind of business model, right? So I'm excited to kind of share that, or start sharing that stuff with you guys as well. But that's the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Take care and peace. And last but not least, don't forget to check out my social media and follow me for updates, giveaways, and literally everything that's cool.